Hey everybody, this is Javi, and you are watching the Inner Child Collective, where you and your inner child heal for the better. Welcome and hello. For those who don't know me, I'm a psychic, intuitive medium, and author, and a podcaster who also specializes in inner child therapy. I place a strong emphasis on the impact of generational and historical trauma and the stories we tell ourselves as children based on what we've heard about ourselves as children, and rewriting those stories by rewiring the unconscious mind. So basically, I am doing this video today because this is a time for us to tap into spirit, tap into our inner child energy to see what messages we are receiving as a result of what spirit has to say to our inner child. So if you connect with the video in any way, shape, or form, or resonate with the video in any way, shape, or form, by all means, let me know in the comments. Let me turn this down real quick because it is all like it's dinging and everything else. So I don't know how to do it. Never mind. But if you resonate with the video in any way, shape, or form, by all means, let me know. In the comments, you can also like the video. You can also subscribe to this channel so you will never miss another video. I do all kinds of stuff on here, bedtime stories included. So stay tuned and enjoy yourself while you're here. So I'm actually very much tapped in. And so let me go ahead and pull some cards. I already have a couple of cards here. And so here we go. So the one card that I have here is Hear the Ancient Ones. And so the energy that I got from this card, this is for the inner child, is basically this is about the family unit. This is about the family tree. This is about knowing yourself because of your family, and knowing and basically tapping into your own history in order to know who you are. And one way to do that, you can do that in a number of ways. Basically learning about your family tree, learning about your genealogy, and trying to figure out like where you fit in this family unit, because I'm getting that as far as your spiritually beliefs, as far as who you are not alone in this. I'm also getting to a lot of ancestral energy from this card as well. A lot of ancestry, a lot of ancestral energy. So basically what this card is saying is that if you have not done so already, this is a time for you to connect with your ancestors, not only from this lifetime, but from many other lifetimes as well, because you have that gift. You have that gift to do that. We all do actually. But for those who have gone through trauma, who have gone through a lot of generational and historical trauma, um, because of the family, is what I'm getting is that, for one, not everyone in your family is like that, and you do have family members, um your ancestors who are really looking out for you. In fact, this is the time for you to really tap into that energy in order for you to heal that inner child, because they do want to connect with you. You have ancestors in the spiritual realm who really do want to connect with you and connect with the inner child. It could have been somebody, more likely somebody who, or family members who you knew as a child but may have passed away, but you were very close to them at one point. So this is the time for you to really tap into that energy. And this is for people who have certain spiritual beliefs, you know, or incorporate their spirituality into their work. So this is definitely for you. Basically, what Spirit is saying is that this is a time for you to really connect with your ancestors, excuse me, because they really care about you and they really care about your well-being. um, I'm also getting some heart chakra stuff as well. So that tells me that you're looking for that sense of belonging. You're looking for answers in regards to why everything happened, who did it, and what for. And basically, what I'm getting is that you are just looking for that sense of belonging, because you feel as if you do not belong. You feel as if, um, I'm getting, for those who are meant to hear this message, you don't feel as if you belong here in this world. I'm not talking about suicide or anything, but I am talking about you just feel out of sorts. You feel as if no one understands you. And so you're looking for a cluster of people to understand who you are. You're not looking to be judged. Your inner child is not wanting to be judged. Your inner child is wanting to, I'm just getting like, your inner child is afraid of being judged, you're under your or misunderstood. Your inner child wants to communicate with the world, but simply doesn't know how, or they want to communicate with you, but simply feel as if um, they simply don't know, they don't know how. And so it's pretty much up to you to show that child that they are safe, and they are not going to be judged in any way, shape, or form. You are going to be part of that inner child's family. You are that inner child's family. You are your inner child's parent. And so as a parent, it's pretty much up to you to allow them to understand that, one, you are not going to judge them, and two, you are going to make sure that that they are safe in some way, shape, or form, that they are not going to be hurt because you are not going to allow it. I'm also getting to that. Yeah, this is a time for you to possibly make amends to the family, or to at least understand why your family was the way they were. Because more than likely, generational trauma and historical trauma has a huge part in how your family has treated you in the past. And this is a time for you to really understand the impact it had on your family. If you were one of those people who were, called names because of what you look like, of who you were, what your interests were or are, maybe you were considered a strange one in the family. Maybe your family members made fun of you because of who you were. Maybe, that's why it's so important to know about intersectionality, because intersectionality, pretty much determines how we are. It sums up how we are, who we are as people, and sometimes those intersections are weaponized against us, and we have to realize that it's not your fault. You are who you are, and that's it. I'm just getting that there's a lot of solar plexus stuff too. So that tells you right there, like, your power is in knowing who you are in the family unit, knowing your ancestors, working with your ancestors, working with that ancestral energy in order to heal, for your inner child to heal. Because a lot of your the answers you received, a lot of those gut instincts you received, is your ancestors looking out for you and working with you. Okay. And so let's see what other cards you have. Let's see here. Dear High Spirit, what words of wisdom do you have for the collective's inner child? Now, we have a few cards here. Okay. So basically, like, I also received embrace the feminine. A lot of us are like not tapped into our feminine energy. We are to be sensitive, to remain sensitive. So, and because sensitivity and vulnerability is very, very vital to healing, it doesn't make any sense for you to stay by yourself, stay to yourself. And I get it and I understand, because I am also one of those people who developed social anxiety over time, just simply because I did not want to be judged by anybody. I was stayed to myself. And just now coming out of my shell in regards to how people are going to perceive me, how the like, and staying indoors. I'm listening and going outdoors and getting out of your own mind. And so vulnerability is usually a feminine trait. I don't know why. This is going to be on this is gonna be on YouTube, so I'm not trying to be censored. So basically, like, what this card is like, embrace your feminine spirit, embrace that creativity, um, embrace your healing, and face and embrace the fact that you are hurting, that you went through a lot in your life. Embrace the fact that there is nothing wrong with you and anything about you. There is nothing wrong with that. There is power. And I noticed that this individual, this woman in the picture, or this person, is very pregnant. So I'm just getting that from that energy alone. There's a lot of us who are to use their creativity as a part of their healing as well. whether it be dancing, whether it be writing, I'm getting writing, dancing, singing, drumming, anything that even the TikTok videos, if that's what you are to do, that's fine. But what I'm getting at is that you are to use your creativity to shine in this world, to heal the world, and allow it to be a better place, to make it a better place. And the only way you are able to do that, not the only way, but one of the ways that you can do it, is tapping into your inner child and tapping into that playfulness, tapping into that childlike creativity, tapping into that tapping into your imagination, and using other, like, just basically using your power and your agency in order to allow the world to see your inner child, and to allow people to see and feel and experience that energy through you, right? And so what I'm getting from this is that you are to tell people also, right? About not only like not only to tell people about your family and tell about your situations with your family. This is basically about embracing your power or your spiritual power in order for you to tap into that ancestral energy. And this is about this card right here. Let me like cover up the tatas real quick. This card is basically allowing your inner child to embrace their creativity, and also embracing their sensitivity and their vulnerability. This is also about embracing like your creative side to the point of creating something new. This egg is cracking, right? This egg in this particular card is cracking. That tells me that a new idea or something new is going to happen. So part of the process of healing is allowing something new to happen, to allow the old to break away so that the new can emerge. One way to do that is to, hold on, I think I'm getting something else. Is to create a whole new energy, is what I'm getting. And one way to create a whole new energy is by decolonizing your mind, getting rid of those unconscious those messages, those unconscious thoughts, that negative self-talk that just runs all up in through your mind, and basically those old messages that you receive, that you are no longer, those, that you're no longer needed, that you don't exist, you should not exist, and you're a problem child, all this other stuff that is going on in your mind. Please remember that it doesn't have to stay there, and those thoughts do not have to stay there at all. um and what I'm getting is that, like, the only way you can create that energy, the only way you can create um a whole new energy for your inner child is by, and to repair your inner child in a way that isn't detrimental to the both of y'all, is by recreating a new mindset. Recreating a new mindset. It is not as hard as y'all think. It's just about writing down your thoughts, examining those thoughts, and writing a positive truth, to combat that negative thinking. Also, again, we're working with our spiritual energy. So if you do candle magic, do ritual magic around releasing, burning it, like literally like creating a fire and burning all those negative thoughts and all that negativity that you have placed in your mind and have been placed in your mind by those who have not healed from generational and historical trauma. Place all of that in a cauldron or in a pot or in a bonfire, or just burn it with a lighter, something, so you can cleanse that energy and replace it with the truth, pertaining to your true power. I'm also getting for the inner child energy here is need and necessity. We have this tendency to, I guess, what I'm getting is to need and want, right? We have ideas about how the world is supposed to be. We have the ideas of how we are supposed to be. And so, and we feel that in order for us to be happy, at least the inner child to be happy, the world is to be the way we see it. The truth of the matter is the way that we see the world is possibly based on our traumatic experiences. They're based on the things that we know. um, they're based on things that we know. We're based on things that we've experienced. They're based on a lot of things that may not be working right now, or if ever. It's just based on old programming, for lack of better terms or lack of a better explanation. And so what we're getting from this card right here is that in order for us, we're being asked to change our perception, our mind, so we can change the perception of the world. We can change the perception of reality. We can change our reality, right? And we can do that, by allowing our inner child to understand that they are safe, right? And they are safe because you are safe, and you are safe because you're continuously um, like monitoring your thoughts, decolonizing your mind, unlearning a lot of the negative shit that you have in your mind, right? And let's be real, like a lot of what we have learned about ourselves, it's because of generational and historical trauma. A lot of those messages and a lot of those ideologies stem from white supremacist ideologies in regards to us and the world and how it's supposed to be, right? In order for you to break someone down or break down the entire demographic, or to break down the world so it can, see, so they can see it the way, any way they see fit. You are to break down the person, and you do that by attacking their mind, attacking who they are psychologically. And so that is what's happening, when we were placed in a situation where we were traumatized and criticized for who we are, right? And so what I'm getting from this card is that because a lot of us still believes in some of those messages, and a lot of us still want to be safe, you know we twist certain things, we twist our reality. So and we do this unconsciously, right? We twist our perception of the world to fit the dialogue that we are used to living by. So we are to change the dialogue, right? The need is necessity card is basically saying that we are to change our reality, and we are to question our reality. Do people really hate us? Do, I guess Twitter just answered that. Is there something really wrong with us? Are we really gonna be attacked the moment that we leave the house? Do people really think you're ugly? Do people really think you're crazy? Does the whole world act? Is a whole world like that? Are we all going to be in this situation, that situation? Are people always like this? Are all people, untrustworthy? That's the type of stuff I'm talking about. Whether it be through politics, through politics, or with personal, whether it be politics. I'm like, what the hell am I talking about? Whether it be politics or social economic status or our personal selves, like everything, our ideologies, it all starts with us, right? And so what the need and necessity card is saying is that in order for us to change the world, in order for us to truly connect um, with people outside of us, and even to connect with ourselves, we are to eliminate, okay, this need. And also, let's be real, like we do it out of a general safety. you know I'm getting to talk about this. Like, we have the tendency to possibly attempt to mold someone else, or to change someone else in order for us to be safe, or to feel safe around that person, or to have a certain image, or a certain life with that person in it, right? if that makes sense. So basically, what I'm saying is that we have the tendency to emotionally manipulate people, or to manipulate folks, or to try to mix and mold people so we can be comfortable around them. Right? That's another part of the perception, the perception piece that people rarely don't talk about, that we who are traumatized or have gone through trauma have the tendency to try to change other people. And so that is to be eliminated if this is something that you are doing, because part of the need and necessity is not a surprise at all that she is holding both the moon and the sun. Is the changes are coming. And so in order for you to um accept the fact that you don't have to accept your reality. um but what I am getting is that if you don't have to accept it as it is. I feel like I'm like saying two different messages here. In order for you to accept your reality, okay, I'm sorry, in order to change your reality, in order to change your reality, what am I saying? In order to change your reality, you are to accept the fact that, for one, you can change it, okay, and secondly, there are many times where you are in your own way and you are to change your perceptions, um, and realize and recognize that it could very well be whatever your life is reflecting right now. It could very well be reflecting your trauma, your traumatic experiences, and that you're not meant to change anybody, or you're not to force anyone to change for you in order to be comfortable. And that I'm getting that as well. I hope all that made sense, right? So also gotta heed your dreams, right? Some of y'all have family members who told you that your dreams were not going to come true in any way, shape, or form. That your dreams are just that. Excuse me, that you do not have the talent or the means in order to pursue your dreams. And so when you're doing this inner child energy work, you are to be aware of your dreams. You are to be aware of your aspirations, and what aspirations you had when you were a child. Now, granted, there are certain things may not be able to do because, for a variety of reasons, maybe you want to be an astronaut, but now you're too old to be an astronaut, or you may not be good at math, or if you recognize that, or your dreams just simply changed, or you wanted to be a singer at one point, but someone said that you could not do that for a variety of reasons, or maybe you wanted to be an artist, and you had your mom tell you that you're not paying for anything because we don't have the money for it, or like you're not good enough, like for a variety of reasons. Your dreams, you felt, were not realized, and your inner child is basically saying, like, in some way, shape, or form, please follow your dreams, and please not to give up on them, right? Don't give up on yourself because of what someone else said, because I'm just getting from this whole thing, like, family it started with family members telling us that we were not able to pursue anything. And so what I'm getting from that card is that, please, please, please see the light of day. Please see the light of day. I noticed that there's a sun here in the back. And when I see the sun, I see hope. Hope, extroversion, letting the people know who you are, coming out of your shell. And so what I'm getting is that this is the time for you to come out of your shell and to change your perception. See, there's a whole story here, right? There's a whole story in these cards. What this card is saying is, and these cards are basically saying, like, find your part, find your, also, like, the Hear Your Ancient Ones card. I'm getting, like, find a family of your, like, basically you're looking for that family. Find a healthy support system. Ask your ancestors to help you find that healthy support system, right? Because what ends up happening is that when we don't have that support system, we feel that we're alone. And what I'm getting from that is that we are far from it, right? Those who are doing this inner child energy work, far from being alone. And so you are to find a support system that will help you, or at least help you to help you with your dreams, as far as maybe like financing your dreams, or just supporting you verbally, supporting you, sharing your stuff. Um, but basically, what I'm getting is that you are to keep going and to follow your dreams, because there are people who are waiting for you, and there are people who are looking to also hear your story. I'm also getting to that. I'm just definitely getting that you are to not care what other people are saying in regards to your dreams as well. Okay. Your inner child is not to be hindered. Your inner child is not to be hindered at this point. I'm also getting, yeah, because I'm just getting that a lot of y'all wanted to pursue so much, and just, and for whatever reason, is even in adulthood, you still hang on to those messages, um, that things are impossible. Certain things that you wanted to do for yourself is impossible. And what I'm getting from spirit is that you are to keep going. You are to keep going, or at least tap into that energy of dreaming, in order for you to dream big, in order for you to see your worth, in order to see your divinity and your power, and allowing these dreams to come true in some way, shape, or form. Okay. I'm also getting to that there are certain things that you wanted to do as a child, but I'm getting a parent, a really strong, dominant parent, who told you to go down another path. And so you're feeling that it is too late for you to go down that path. The path that you have chosen initially, you are being told to go down and follow your dreams, right? You're being told to follow your childhood dreams. A lot of you have childhood dreams that you wanted to pursue, but you were told not to, or you were forced not to. And this is a time to take that power back into your own hands and do what you wanted to do, um, as far as your childhood dreams, right? Even if like simulate it in some way, shape, or form, but also know that, but you're being told to just know that you have the power to follow your childhood dreams, and to act upon those childhood dreams now, especially since you're going through the healing process. Also, know your power. Know your power. I'm getting a lot of heart chakra stuff right now, and solar plexus stuff right now. I'm getting that a lot of y'all are very hurt, because either you don't know your power, or you don't know the extent of your power. And what I'm getting from, especially your inner child, is going to help you with that. Your inner child is going to help you tap into that energy of your power, because once upon a time, when you were a child, you allowed your imagination to soar, and to fall, and to follow through, right? You allowed your imagination to just come through, and just, um, you were just completely unbothered. I'm getting very unbothered. You were really uninhibited. You allowed your mind to explore. You allowed your imagination to help you expand. And so you are being told, like, you're being told to pursue you are being told to pursue, not only pursue your dreams, but know that you have the power to pursue them. Know that you have the power to heal, and know that you have the power to manifest a better life for yourself, right? One way to do this is to literally ask your inner child energy what it wants. And working with your inner child is a power in and of itself, because it pushes you, and it not just entertains, it encourages you to use your imagination, and there is power within your imagination. You're being told to see your inner child as a separate entity, right? So that is exactly what you're doing. What I'm getting is that this is a time for us to literally tap, not literally, what am I saying? Right? To go within the self, to rediscover the self, to rediscover the self and know that you can manifest a better life for yourself, or a better reality for yourself, or a better relationship with your inner child for yourself. When you put your mind to something, it's as if, like, especially when you know your power and you're tapping into your inner child's power. Let me get my cat in here. When you're able to tap into your inner child's power, you're tapping into your own, and you're teaching that inner child how to be powerful, and vice versa. So many times people have told you in so many ways how they wanted you to be, and therefore they took your power away because they took away your agency. By not doing the healing work, and by self-sabotaging your relationships, yourself, and not being honest about to your honest with yourself about certain things, that are going on in your life, or you're minimizing a lot of the impact that the trauma has on you, you're still giving away your power to someone or something. And so basically what I'm getting is that in order for you to live your life to the fullest, you are to understand the magnitude of your power. And the only way you can do that is by dismantling a lot of what you learned about yourself. A lot of those false negative messages that you have learned about yourself as an individual when you were a child. Because that stuff, I'm just getting, like, they didn't understand their own power, therefore how can they really understand yours? So as an adult, it's up to the adult self to really, really, really start working with the inner child, doing a lot of shadow work around the trauma, and doing the shadow work around around the dark parts of your family unit and your childhood. I'm just getting, please write it down. Please write it down. If there's any spiritual people out there who do writing or do some sort of art, by all means, put it down on paper, so you can not only, yeah, you can, I'm just getting, you can see the energy of your words, feel the energy of your words, feel the energy of your intentions, because any sort of movement work with the intention of healing, or working with the inner child, that is a form of magic, whether we like to hear or see that or not, right? And so that's what I am getting from spirit. Like, basically, this is a time for us to tap into that inner child energy, and tap into the magic of that energy, in order to heal and to understand ourselves as individuals. And so once we start going through that, slowly but surely, or however it works, depending on your level of vulnerability and level of, like, of magic, because certain people are on different levels depending on how long they've been practicing, right? Remember, like, this is the time for you to use your magic, um, to tap into that energy of your inner child, and to, like, literally begin to, like, pursue and live that life of happiness that you so much deserve. So that's all I have. Thank you so much for watching the video. If it resonated with you in any way, shape, or form, by all means, let me know in the comments. You can also click on that like button, share a comment, as I said before. You can also subscribe to the channel so you'll never miss another video. Also, if you follow me on social media, you can follow me on TikTok. I'm on TikTok now. I'm also on Instagram and Facebook. Twitter, not so much, but I'm on there too. If you would like to follow me, by all means, go ahead. If you would like a more personal reading, a more in-depth reading, whether you are working with me or have met me through Nikila Asha my my spiritual mentor, those links are in the descriptions. You can go ahead and 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 book an appointment. So thank you so much again. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you sharing your energy with me. Until next time, peace.